advantage AC Milan over in Serie A this past week as Napoli dropped some humongous points. But what's going to happen this weekend? Can they make it for lost ground? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, once again, another prediction video today. We look forward to match day number, 16 over in Serie A, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe to keep you back up to date on things Serie A related, Black and Rose related, world football related. We're all here, boys, under one roof. It's getting quite tight at the top, but of course, just 2 points separate the top three sizes. The champions, Internazionale, close in on the top two. But what about Napoli? What's happened to them this past week? We'll take a look at that and more in a bit of a second. Of course, one of a big shout out to my VIPs, Patreons, and of course, this is your one-stop shop for Serie A action. Of course, make sure you smash your subscribe. And again, if you do want to help out the channel, check out that link and become a new best mate for life. Patreon.com/lead. You can come from as little as a cup of coffee. And I'm not talking about those Starbucks business. I'm talking about the instant cheap shit. You can become a really good part of the channel if you want to help us out. Patreon.com/overseas. Make sure every little helps, guys. Every little helps behind the scenes. But anyway, let's get cracking. Of course, look at the games that did take place all midweek. I think at least Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Tuesday. These were the results. Of course, Fiorentina picked up a 3-1 win over my boys. Sampdoria, goodness gracious me. Atalanta, 4-0 demolition of Venezia. Big win for them. AC Milan, big win, 3-0 win on the road. Genoa to keep up the heat at the top of the table. Bologna beat Mourinho's boys. Not happy with that. He's actually a right old shit show, isn't he, Roma? And meanwhile, Torino, a 2-2 draw against Empoli. I won the 2-1 win myself. Hellas Verona picked up a 0-0 draw against Cagliari. I won the 2-2 win myself. Internazionale also picked up the W against Spezia 2-0. I won the 3-0 as well. Goals galore here. 8-goal thriller. In fact, a lot of drama here. Of course, 4-4 was the score. Like a couple of red cards as well. Lazio and Udinese duked out to a draw. Sassuolo also drew with Napoli. There you go. Big result for Sassuolo. And of course, Salernitana did lose to Juventus 2-0 in the end. Not going to count on my points because I know I did poop. What about you guys? Well, I'll look at you in a minute. Of course, as you can see, the table looks like this. Napoli lead the charge by 1 point. Of course, AC Milan have a 1 point clearance over Internazionale, who have a 3 point clearance over Atalanta. It's quite tight between the top four, and then it's anybody's guess as who's going to make it the best of the rest. Until the further table, Salernitana, Cagliari, and Genoa going down as it stands, but it could all change this weekend as well with Spezia not too far away either. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here you go, folks. Of course, kicking ass taking name is Kevin, and of course, Ultra Obermura. Well done to you guys, getting yourself 7 out of 10. Well done, well done, well done. What about the grand old scheme of things? Let's take a look at the overall leaderboard. Here you go. Deep out the grade, 86 points on the board. Well done to you guys. And again, timing this week is tight. Double match week. I couldn't really get to the numbers. And again, these early starts make life a little bit difficult for me to get spare time to do the stuff, which includes the November prediction of the month. There is a winner. There will be a winner. We will announce it next week because we'll have a lot more time to do these prediction videos next week because this week has just been non-bloody stop. Anyway, let's get into the deep end there, shall we? If you want to get involved with the next round of matches, of course, and of course, being a contender for the December prediction month, because there's a lot of games going on. In fact, there is a winter break coming up though over in Italy, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, let's get cracking the show. Of course, looking forward to the next round of matches. It all begins with AC Milan up against Salernitana taking place on Saturday, December the 5th. Now, these two sides, of course, played each other according to my eyes 2 times in 98, 2 wins for 2 for AC Milan, of course, and of course they come to this just 2 wins and 2 defeats past 4 games, 50% form up against the Salernitana side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form. Of course, those 2 wins for AC Milan, of course, stretch all the way back to the 90s. And of course, last time around at Milan was back in the 31st of January 1999, 3-2 win for AC Milan coming to this on the back of a 3-0 win over Genoa. Of course, Salernitana did lose to Juventus last time around. Of course, the odds here 92 on is your AC Milan, 11-2 is your draw, 11-1 is your away win. That's Salernitana. Of course, it's going to be a home win, isn't it? 3-0 win in the end. Next away, of course, Mourinho derby. That's right. Of course, it's Roma up against his old club Internazionale. Now, these two sides played each other 74 times since 1993. 20 wins for Roma, 29 wins for Internazionale, and 25 draws. Of course, Roma winning 3 and losing 2 in the last 5, 58% form up against the Internazionale side, who haven't lost in the last 10 games, picking up 5 wins at the past 6, 92% form for them as well. Last round, of course, over in Roma was a 2-2 draw. That was back in January 2021. In fact, 5 of the last 6 games have ended up all square between these two sides. Of course, Roma did lose to Bologna last time around. Of course, Internazionale picked up a 2-0 win over Spezia. In fact, they got 1, 2, 3 clean sheets on the bats, of course, for Internazionale. Look at the odds on this one. We have 11-4 as your host. Of course, even Stevens is your Internazionale, and 11-4 is also your draw. I'm going to go with the draw again here to make it 6 draws out of 7 between these two sides. Cagliari, they're going to be taking on, of course, Torino. That's on Monday, December the 6th. Now, these two sides play each other 36 times since 1993. Of course, Cagliari come to this winning 10 of those, 15 wins for Torino and 11 draws. Cagliari, though, haven't won in the last 6. In fact, they haven't won in the last 7. We stretch it back a little bit. Of course, 25% form for them as well. Three draws on the bounce. Up against the Torino side, winning 2 and losing a bunch in the last 6. 42% form for them as well. Of course, last time around in Cagliari is 104 Torino. That was back in February 2021. Cagliari coming to this on the back of a 0-0 draw against Verona. Of course, Torino picked up a 2-2 draw against Empoli. Look at the odds on this one. We have 5-2 as your host, 5-4 as your way. That's Torino, 11-5 as your draw. Torino are your favourites here. I'm going with a 0-0 draw though. Point split right down the middle. Bologna, they're going to be taking on, of course, Fiorentina. That's on Sunday. Of course, these two sides played 38 times in 1996. 5 was Bologna, 16 minutes for Fiorentina and 17 draws. Of course, Bologna winning 4 of the last 5, 67% form for them right now. They're on the climb up against the Fiorentina side, winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, 50% form as well. Last round over in Bologna was a 3-3 draw back in May 2021. Of course, in fact, 5 of the last 6 also of these matches have ended up in a draw. Of course, Roma did lose to Bologna last round. Of course, Fiorentina picked a 3-1 over Sampdoria. Look at the odds on this one. Bologna 95 for the victory, 31-20 is your Fiorentina, 23-10 is your draw. Another tight one here, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win on the road for Fiorentina against the form book of Bologna. Next up, of course, we have Empoli. They're going to be taking on Udinese. That's right, of course, on Monday as well. These two sides played 22 times since 1997. 6 wins to Empoli, 9 wins to Udinese, and 7 draws. Of course, Empoli losing once in the past 5, 50% form up against the Udinese side. Just 1 defeat in the past form for them as well. Of course, last round in Empoli was a 2-1 win for Empoli back in November 2018. Of course, Empoli did draw with Torino last round. Of course, Udinese picked up a 4-4 draw against Lazio last round. Look at the odds on this one. 8-5 as your host, 94 as your draw, 95 as your away win. That is Udinese. Going to go with a win for nobody. 0-0 right down the middle here. Point split. And moving on, of course, we go. Venezia taking on Verona in the Battle of the V's, of course. Now, these two sides, of course, play each other 19 times since 1997. 5 wins for Venezia, 9 wins for Verona. And we've got 5 draws, of course. Coming into this Venezia, back-to-back defeats for them. 42% form up against the Verona side. Just 1 defeat. And about 6, 58% form for them as well. Last round in Venezia was a 1-1 draw back in October 2018. That was in Serie A. Of course, Verona coming into this on the back of a 0-0 draw against Cagliari. Venezia did lose to Atalanta as well. And they haven't scored in the last 2 games. Of course, look at the odds on this one. 5-2 is your host. 220 is your Verona. They are your favourites. Of course, 5-2 is your draw. Going to go with the 1-0 win for the hosts here. Venezia to take to the house. Juve, that's right, up against Genoa, of course, locking horns on Sunday as well. Played 36 times in 1993, 24 wins for Juventus, 4 wins for Genoa, and 8 draws, of course. It is Shevchenko up against Allegri in the dugouts. Of course, Juventus just 1 win in 3 for them, 6% form for them, up against Genoa side, who still haven't won in the last 12 games. Of course, that's around in Juventus. In Serie A was back in April 2021. 3-1 win for Juventus it was. Of course, Juventus coming to the back of a 2-1 win over Salernitana. Of course, Genoa did lose to Milan, of course, last time around. Look at the odds. 4-1 on as your hosts. Of course, 5-1 as your draw. 11-1 as your away win. That's Genoa. Going to go with, of course, the Juventus win on this one. Sampdoria take on Lazio. Let's get into this one now, shall we? Of course, over the Luigi Paradis. Of course, played 47 times in 1994. 10 wins for Sampdoria, 28 wins for Lazio. 9 draws. Just 1 defeated past 3 games for Sampdoria. 32% form. I guess a Lazio side, 50% form for them. Just 1 win in 4 as well. Of course, last round in Sampdoria was a 3-0 win for Sampdoria. That's back in October 2020. Of course, Sampdoria did lose to Fiorentina last round. Lazio picked up a 4-4 draw against Udinese. Odds on this one: 9-4 is your host, 5-2 is your draw, 6-5 is your away win. That is, of course, Lazio here. Going to go with the win for Lazio. Again, I want my Sampdoria to win, but I don't think they'll do it this round. Into the final couple here now. We've got Spezia. They're going to be taking on Sassuolo, of course, over in Spezia. Now, these two sides, of course, played 6 times in 2012. 1 for Spezia, 5 wins for Sassuolo, and 0 draws. Spezia comes in just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form. Up against the Sassuolo side, just 1 win and 5, 50% form for them as well. Last round in Spezia was a 4-1 win for Sassuolo. It was back in September 2020. Of course, Spezia did lose to Internazionale last round. Of course, back-to-back games without scoring a goal for them as well. Sassuolo picked up a 2-2 draw against Napoli, the leaders. Of course, the odds on this one, we have 23-10 as your host, 11-4 as your draw, 21-20 is your away win. They are your favourites on this one. I'm going to go with a win for Sassuolo as well. 2-1 win to take it to the house. The final one we got here is the leaders, the best of last. Perhaps it is the best of last. Napoli against Atalanta. Zinger chicken dinner right here. Of course, played 46 times since 1993, 16 minutes apiece, 14 draws. Just 1 win though in 5 for Napoli. Bit of a rough patch for them. Up against Atalanta side, winning 4 of the last 5. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 9. 83% form for them as well. Last round, of course, over in Napoli was a 0-0 draw. That was back in February 2021. I was in the Coppa Italia last time. In the league, there was a 4-1 win for Napoli back in October 2020 on that one. Of course, Sassuolo picked up a draw with Napoli last round. Of course, Atalanta smashed Venezia last round. Of course, back-to-back clean sheets as well for Atalanta on this one. Look at the odds on this one. We have Napoli 29-20 for the Richie 95 away win, and we've got 5-2 is your draw. Going to go with a 3-2 win, goals galore on this one, going in favour of Napoli in the end. That's my picks, boys. Be sure to get your picks in as well using the website Serie A. It is free to enter. It's all a good bit of fun, but I'm afraid that's all I've got for you. But I'll be back next week, of course, with some more pickaroonies, and hopefully you'll be there with me. Of course, we'll announce the winner of November predictor of the month, of course. And of course, if you want to check out the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, if you want show some love another way, check out the patreon.com/overseas, and I'll see you soon. Until then, we are done.